Well, good afternoon to you. Paul Swanson with you. And, yep, we're on the road. I did stop to turn the camera on. Didn't do it while driving, so no worries. Well, our snow is, at this point, pretty much gone. Well, not gone, but at least the snowstorm and that we had over the past week. Now it's cleanup and snow blowing and shoveling and trying to get that done. I will be posting a number of videos and stuff, basically periscopes that I did earlier today, and try to get that all up and done for you. But we've got sunshine and blue skies today. It's actually rather pleasant outside. I'm not quite sure, well, what does the car say? The car says it's 23. So, I'll believe that. I mean, that's as close as it is to anything else. But, I mean, you wouldn't want to stay outside too long, but it's not, there's not a real strong wind. And so it's not too bad to be outside, not bitter cold and everything that the 15 and 20 mile an hour winds we were having during the storm, which caused an awful lot of blowing and drifting snow and having to clean up. I did a number of videos in and around our house, and then also down in Ashland, where I am just coming from, because I needed to go do a shopping run. And they had so much snow, they had piled all of the snow on Main Street in the middle, something akin to what we experienced when we lived in Billings, Montana. They just plow one lane either way, and all the snow went in the middle of the street. Today they were removing all of that stuff from the middle of the street. So that was interesting. I'll post all of that stuff later. But so what else is? I had an interesting exchange, and I should put the link in the bottom of this for the video that a friend of mine did. Phil Campbell of Teamhumble, who is on Steam, part of the Steam network. Phil and I have been friends since, what's today, 2019, at least 10 years and probably closer to 12 or so. On Twitter, on Seismic, on any number of early adoption places for social media, but Phil and I go back a long ways. Anyway, Phil was talking about why we need to decentralize ourselves in social media, and part of what the Steam network is all about. And I said that, you know, being in the decentralized arena for social media, where you're not beholden to places like Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and all of the problems associated with those platforms. Not that the platforms are bad, but we have seen over the last year, probably 2 years, a steady, maybe a slow, and I really hate this part of the winter when there's all sorts of spray that comes up on your windshield. Anyway, two big trucks that have come by and just Probably the last 2 years, we've seen a slow and steady decline in personal privacy, personal security, an increase in trolling by a wide variety of entities, certainly a massive amount of blocking and putting people into timeout and outright banning people from the various platforms for pretty much arbitrary reasons for the most part. You know who I'm talking about if you're at all aware and at all cognizant of what's going on in the social media sphere. But having us a decentralized platform for social media from which you can work makes a whole lot of sense, because I can post what I want. I can post maybe controversial things, maybe things that people don't agree with. I can certainly post those items which are of interest to me, and if you like it, great, and if not, hey, no big deal. That's pretty much the way I have approached a lot of things over the years. That, well, you know what, people complain about TV shows or radio programs or any sort of media, well, that program shouldn't be on the air. Why are we watching? Why is this particular program? When I was a television broadcast engineer, TV program director, I often took calls about various and sundry programs. This is 20 plus years ago. But the one thing I couldn't say at that point, you're always polite, and I'm acknowledging your concern, sir or madam, as the case may be, and we'll pass that on to the appropriate people. What I really wanted to tell these people was, hey, if you don't like it, turn it off or switch the channel. Nobody is forcing you to listen to or watch a particular program. That was lost back then. It is still lost to this day. People don't understand that, hey, if you don't like something, you don't have to listen to it, you don't have to watch it. Which gets me to what Phil was talking about, and what I made mention of, the fact that, we're in a Twitter, Facebook, YouTube world, or what the acronym was, what was it? Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, or FANG. In the FANG world, now you have a choice. You don't have to be beholden to or be beholden to these centralized platforms where you are having your identity and your information and your likes and dislikes and all sorts of things about you leaked and passed on to advertisers for their benefit without any benefit to you. Or maybe you don't even want those particular advertisers or groups to know about you and what you do. So paying attention to the road and other things that are going on here. So if I seem a little disjointed, that's why. With decentralized apps, such as are available on Steam, and that's the only one I know about. I am by no means an expert. Yes, I've had a Steam account for a couple of years, and I've only really started using it real actively in the last 6 months or so. I'm learning a lot. Phil does some classes on Skillshare that are very good, give you a nice good overview and what's available. But there are things that are available to replace your Twitter and Facebook and YouTube fixations or needs or wants or desires, because you think that those are the only platforms that are available. Well, there are others, and you get to say, and you can do a lot of stuff with them, and stuff gets distributed across the board. The nice thing about it is built on a blockchain. I won't go into a discourse on blockchain, but suffice to say that the blockchain is much more secure than any of the centralized platforms that are out there today, Twitter and the like. And you can surround yourself with the people that you would like to be surrounded with. People who lift you up, people who are like-minded, have like interests. There are communities and all that I'm not aware of yet, but I'm sure that I will find out about. And there's not the fear or anticipation of, well, gee, if I say this, or if I'm associated with this particular type of group, am I going to get banned or blocked or put in timeout? I would like to be able to speak my mind and share my interests with other people. And just had to slow down because there was a big road grader in front of us who turned off and just decided to go plow a side road, one of the county roads. So anyway, so yeah, Decentralized, I have an account on Steam. Like I said, I'm by no means an expert. I'm learning each and every day about things that are available to me. I'm making use of their mobile version. The nice thing is in this day and age, if you're not doing things mobile, you've already lost the game. So they've got plenty of apps that are mobile friendly, and you can work right from the phone here and do a lot of work that way. Engage in social media and get your content out. So that's kind of fun, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to learning more and becoming even a better steward of the things that I have available to me, so that I can share. You know, it's nice like this that I can use the time, as a friend of mine said, there are these down times, these minutes, or maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes of time that often are not, or at least on the surface appear to be unproductive, but you can be productive by doing a video. Now I'm going to have to go home and upload this, but hey, at least I can get my thoughts out while I'm driving and get that stuff done. So anyway, just some great, just some ideas here this morning. Well, it's actually afternoon. It's 12:30, and I'm about to get home, get the groceries in the house, feed the cat, make some lunch, and get on with the rest of the day. Yes, I've been up since about 5. Actually, it was a little before 5. I think that actually got up. So it's been a long day so far, and but hey, we got the driveway taken care of, got all the snow off of the drive, and we're able to get out and get some shopping and some other needed things done. And now it's nice because the roads are actually, they're not clear, but they're just wet. But they're, for the most part, free of snow. At least the main highway is, because the county's been out here doing the job that they should be doing as far as making sure that we can get back and forth places. And, whoops. Now, the only thing that I do see is that the city has not been down to plow or to, well, maybe they have sanded. Yep, I guess they did. Just the way that I was having to look through into the sun and I couldn't see. Whoops. I couldn't see that. So, hey, thanks for watching. Like, share this. We will talk with you all again real soon.